The psychology behind the lone wolf. To truly understand the Sigma personality, we must delve into the psychology behind their unique behavior. The Sigma, often referred to as the lone wolf, doesn't follow the traditional path laid out by societal norms. But why do Sigmas operate this way, and what drives their lone wolf tendencies? At the core of the Sigma mindset is autonomy. Unlike most people, who often seek belonging within a group or hierarchy, Sigmas are drawn to independence. This isn't a rejection of others, but rather a deep-seated desire for freedom. They value their ability to make decisions without interference and find fulfillment in pursuing their own path. This autonomy is rooted in a strong sense of self-awareness. Sigmas understand their strengths, weaknesses, and values better than most. This self-awareness allows them to confidently step away from societal structures that don't align with their principles. They don't follow the crowd because they've already figured out what works for them and what doesn't. But why the preference for solitude? Psychologically, Sigmas are often introverted thinkers. They thrive in environments that allow them to reflect, analyze, and process information without constant external input. Solitude isn't a retreat, it's a necessity. It's where they recharge, gain clarity, and innovate. For the Sigma, being alone is a state of empowerment, not isolation. Sigmas also possess a natural tendency toward observation and analysis. Unlike alphas, who assert themselves in social situations, Sigmas prefer to step back and observe. They assess group dynamics, understand unspoken rules, and identify opportunities others might overlook. This analytical approach allows them to navigate complex situations with precision, often solving problems in ways that others can't. Interestingly, the lone wolf mentality often stems from a detachment from validation-seeking behavior. Most people are hardwired to seek approval from their peers or community. But Sigmas operate differently. Their self-worth is intrinsic. They don't need external applause or recognition to feel valued. This psychological independence can be liberating, but it can also lead to misunderstandings. Because they don't conform to traditional social hierarchies, Sigmas can appear enigmatic or even aloof. They don't crave the attention that alphas thrive on, nor do they seek the comfort of following a leader like betas. Instead, they occupy a space entirely their own. This makes them unpredictable and, at times, intimidating to others who rely on established norms. Yet, this detachment doesn't mean Sigmas lack emotional depth. On the contrary, their emotional intelligence is often highly developed. They're skilled at reading people, understanding motivations, and navigating emotions, both their own and others. However, they use this ability selectively, choosing when and with whom to engage deeply. From a psychological perspective, Sigmas are often driven by a desire for authenticity. They resist superficiality in all its forms, be it in relationships, work, or social interactions. This pursuit of authenticity means they're highly selective about where they invest their time and energy. They'd rather have one meaningful relationship than 100 shallow connections. The lone wolf archetype also reflects a deep-rooted resilience. Sigmas are comfortable standing alone. Even in the face of challenges, they don't rely on groupthink or external support to overcome obstacles. Instead, they draw strength from their own resourcefulness and determination. This resilience often makes them highly adaptable to change, as they've learned to rely on themselves in uncertain situations. Psychologically, Sigmas often operate with a long-term mindset. They don't get caught up in immediate gratification or fleeting trends. Instead, they focus on their goals and make calculated moves to achieve them. This strategic thinking is one of their most powerful tools, enabling them to succeed in environments where others might falter. However, the psychology of the lone wolf isn't without its challenges. The same independence that empowers Sigmas can sometimes lead to feelings of isolation or loneliness. While they thrive in solitude, prolonged detachment from others can create a sense of disconnection. Balancing independence with meaningful connections is a key aspect of their psychological growth. Additionally, their preference for operating outside traditional structures can lead to friction in environments that demand conformity. Whether it's in a workplace, social group, or family setting, Sigmas may struggle to navigate rigid systems that don't accommodate their need for flexibility and autonomy. In summary, the psychology behind the lone wolf is a fascinating blend of independence, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence, same as or driven by a need for authenticity, a preference for solitude, and a resistance to external validation. While their path is unique and sometimes challenging, it's also one of resilience, strategy, and quiet strength. Understanding this psychology not only helps us appreciate the Sigma mindset, but also challenges us to reflect on our own lives. Are we living authentically? Are we seeking validation from others, or are we following our own path? These are questions we can all learn from the lone wolf. Stay tuned as we continue exploring the incredible nuances of the Sigma personality.